I got beef. Paranoia got me rolling in my sleeves. Okay. Hating cause I'm upping up the fees. Whole team got these on their teeth all day. I got so much beef, I could barely sleep. Paranoia got me losing on my Z's all day. Good Lord, mama praying on the knees all day. If you still frontin' when I upped it, I'ma squeeze.
I'm above average.
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Here we go, fellas. Set. Black 80. Hey. Here we go.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Here we go. 20. White 33. Do something. Gun.
Now it's Newton. Got a man, it's right. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there for Carolina. 41 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They go play action here on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They run with Breida. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Dancing to his left. Airing it out for Olsen. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And that is no and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They try the 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. A first carry now for the rookie from SC. It's Ronald Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Winston and Humphreys connecting there for a Tampa Bay first down. Now a first down carry by Jones as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Again, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A give to Jones. And able to work his way down to the 16. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Let's convert.
Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Carolina getting set to take the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now it's Breida, and he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Buying time to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
Let's convert.
Here's Winston. Over the middle to Evans. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. First catch there for Evans. Good enough for a 1st down. And that's the first connection. The number 1 overall pick in 2015, finding the number 7 pick in 2014 in Evans.
And what a great target Mike Evans is for Jameis Winston. Winston's a pretty accurate thrower, but that catch radius that Evans provides, that makes him that much more dangerous. Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game, the effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to churn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Second down, Winston. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Carolina getting set to take the field. The crowd maybe losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Shoves him off, and he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. 83 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
A first down throw for Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Mike Evans, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rashawn Golden. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
12 yards there as they move the chains.
Here we go, fellas. Hey! Say 180. 180. Hey. Here we go.
Newton on first down. And that is incomplete here.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll toss it to Breida. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Let's go. Hey.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
On the ball.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
Do something.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
Do something. Great. That's it.
Play action. It's Newton. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 2 yards on that play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, Newton. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. Here we go on 4th. Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Around the NFL, they're into the 2nd quarter in the Meadowlands. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Winston now from the 50. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. To throw, Winston. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. Powering his way forward. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On 1st and 10, Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Sliding out of the pocket. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking for Jarius Wright that time. And it's 3rd and 5. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Do something. Next pass. In the set. 180. Gun.
Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Set. 180. Let's go.
They snap it to Newton. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So we come upon halftime intermission here with the visiting Panthers taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. On the return, this is Jaquiz Rogers. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They are in the second quarter down in Miami. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. Winston and the Bucks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. The second half starts with a carry by Jones. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get him into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish? Holding that to a minimal gain.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Bucks on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Working out of the gun, Winston. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. It's taken to the 26. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Wide open receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. Newton now to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Vinny Curry in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. On second down, here's Newton. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards.
Oh, my Cam. There's times when I'm not analyzing up here. I'm just appreciating. Led NFL quarterbacks in rushing last year. He is truly the ultimate weapon at that position.
Third down, Newton. It's hauled in by Torrey Smith. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 11, but still a little short. Fourth down. On fourth down, Newton. Out to his left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucks. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A handoff to Breida to begin the drive. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that run.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Now a second down throw for Winston. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Third and long for Winston. Escaping the pressure right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Carolina getting set to take the field. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great start.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Vinny Curry in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Breida. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and a mile. From the gun, here's Newton. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So out come the Bucks now. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
This is Jones, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. You ready for a Captain Obvious comment?
Let's go. Go with it.
He had the 5 picks last week. He's got to be much more pleased. Just the 1 interception. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And not only is he pleased, his entire team is. Because throwing those 5 interceptions affects everyone. That's extra work for your defense and not enough possessions for your offense. He's flipped that ratio around in this game.
To throw is Winston. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the 1st. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Hey, let's go, let's go. Hey, sub. Let's go. Come on. Sunday. Green, triple C.
Now Jameis on second down. And Blake, the tight end's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Throwing, Winston. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. On 1st and 10, Winston. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. The Bucks on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll go again to Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
I know you're looking at the scoreboard clock. We're getting near the end of this game. But they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. They run again with Breida. Room here to run. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. The Panthers on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And that one good for 16 yards and a first. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
McCaffrey. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A very solid gain of 27. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
He's back to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Hey, stop. Green, triple C.
Back to throw. And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Down 4 late, got to go for it here on fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers are going to win the football game. This is Breida, and he's got room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
Do some. Here we go.
Throwing here, Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.